Good morning. I am Dr. Arnachalam. Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to see about the types of variables. Before going for variables, we should know what is constant. Constant is a characteristic or condition that is same for all the individuals in a study. For example, if you are going to see the relative effectiveness of mathematics teaching technique of ninth standard student, here ninth standard students are constants. Now we'll see what is variable. Variable is a characteristic that has different value for different individuals. So here in the above example, we can see the mathematics achievement, that is score of mathematics subject is a variable. Now we'll see what are the types of variables. We have 5 types of variables. We'll see it one by one. First one is independent variable. So independent variable is a stimulus variable or it is an input variable that operates on a person and it affects his behavior. For example, we can say intelligence is an independent variable. We'll see the second one, that is dependent variable. Dependent variable is just reverse to the independent variable. It is the response variable or output. So it is the factor which can be observed or which can be measured and which has the effect of the independent variable. For example, we can say the achievement is a dependent variable. The achievements are, for example, marks of a student. It depends on the intelligence of the student. So here intelligence or IQ is an independent variable which has an effect on the marks of the student. So here achievement is an dependent variable and IQ, that is intelligence, is an independent variable. Next we'll see the moderator variable. The moderator variable is also an independent variable, but it is a secondary independent variable and which affects the relationship between the primary independent variable and the dependent variable. In the above example, we can say gender is also an independent variable, but it affects the dependent variable, that is achievement. For example, we know that the 10th standard students' results, here girl students are getting more marks or higher achievement than boys. So here gender is an affecting factor on the achievement score. Here it's a moderator variable. Now we'll see the next fourth one, that is control variable. Control variable is also the effect on the dependent variable, but it should be neutralized by the researcher in order to get the correct result. Here the researcher is going to get the result of the effect of independent variable on the dependent variable. That is, he is going to calculate the effect of IQ on the achievement. So he has to neutralize some of the variable, that is age or gender. Here, in order to compare the marks of ninth standard students, he has to take the same age group students. So here the age should be neutralized. This is also a variable which affects the achievement. So the researcher, he can neutralize by selecting these individuals of same age group or by selecting the individuals of same gender. He may select either boys or girls in order to compare their achievement result. So the controllable variables are the variable which has an effect on the dependent variable, but it should be neutralized by the researcher in order to get the accurate result. Next we'll see intervening variable. Intervening variable is also affecting the dependent variable and which has an impact on the dependent variable, but we cannot see or we cannot measure that variable. That is, we can see the effect, we can get the effect on the dependent variable, but we cannot measure it correctly. So it interrupts the result. So these are called intervening variables. For example, we can say the highly IQ students are getting high achievement score. This is general talk. But sometimes the learning attitude also matters. That is, highly IQ students may not have a learning attitude towards a particular subject. He may not have an interest to learn the subject. So that affects the achievement. So even though he has a very good IQ, he is not getting good result because he is not having any interest on the particular subject. So here the learning attitude of a student is a hiding factor which affects the result, that is dependent variable, but it cannot be measured by the researcher. We cannot measure the interest of the student when we see the achievement of the students. So these intervening variables are interrupting the results. So the researcher should carefully control these intervening variables also. Then only he can get a very good result. So now we have seen 5 types of variables, that is independent variable, that is a stimulus variable. Next, dependent variable is the response variable. Moderator variable is a secondary independent variable. Then control variable, which should be neutralized by the researcher, and intervening variable, which has an impact on the dependent variable, and that should be, the researcher should be cautious about the intervening variables. These are the various types of variables. Thank you.